Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are trying a couple more things that I got in the Sephora sale, and I said I wanted to do a dedicated video for it. It is the Wicked and One Size collaboration, as well as I have the Urban Decay Foundation that just came out. It's supposed to be self-setting, and I have some thoughts. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications for new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using the Wicked and One Size palette, as well as the new Urban Decay Foundation, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, today's video is kind of a continuation of some of the items that I picked up from the Sephora sale because I picked up the collaboration between One Size and Wicked. There is a palette as well as a highlighter. The highlighter is absolutely stunning with Defy Gravity. I read the books growing up. I also took my cousin to see the musical Off-Broadway in Chicago. It was so good. It's the friendship of Elphaba and Glinda, the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. But they kind of expand on the story and like how they got to where they're at. So you've got Elphaba, you've got Glinda. Oh, look at those colors. And I don't know that I'm going to stick with just one side. There's some beautiful green shades. You've got some very light neutral shades, two blushes. I definitely want to swatch them, get an idea, and then play around with it. But if you haven't seen Wicked, or there's a really good soundtrack too, very easy to sing along with type of songs. I remember the song Defy Gravity, which I love. So you guys, let me go ahead, swatch this, prep my eyes, and we will dive in. Okay, so I swatched the Elphaba shades on the top and Glinda on the bottom. Now, the blush shade for Glinda is a little bit more pale, and I was expecting that. Usually Elphaba, because she's deep and dark, her shades are going to be a little bit deeper and darker, whereas Glinda is very light and airy with the pale blue, the pale pink. And I'm actually quite surprised at how Tender Heart showed up. It is the lightest shade on the side for Glinda, and it stands out. It's very beautiful for a matte pale pink shade. I feel like I'm not sure if it would actually show up on my skin, but I think if I built it well enough, it would. Now, the shimmers. I am all about the shimmers. I like mattes, they're just not my favorites. I love something that has a little bit of shimmer, some glitter, some sparkle, you know, the glitzy things. Now, looking at the shade Flirt and Flounce on Glinda's side, which is the pink shimmer, it's absolutely stunning, and I really want to play with that. But I also like the deep dark shades like Nessa Rose. I think that's how you say it. But it is a beautiful emerald green. And then you've also got the peridot green in the shade Emerald City. The shades are very beautiful. Even Ball Gown, the blue shimmer, so pretty. I have no idea what I want to do. I have a feeling that I'm going to play with some of the pale shades from Glinda and the deeper shades from Elphaba. So I don't see it as two different eye looks. Let me prime my eyes and we will dive in and see if I figure out a way forward. Okay, I think I have a way forward, and like I said, we're not picking a side. I feel like we're going to be bouncing back and forth and using both sides of this palette. The first shade I'm going to go into is Tender Heart. This is that pale pink shade, and I honestly want to see if it shows up. The downside is there is not a mirror in here. Not a big deal because I have other makeup products, palettes, whatnot that have mirrors in them. But if you're looking for something that just has a mirror, blush, and eyeshadow, that's... So I'm just doing a fluffy crease brush to build up. And it looks like it's just going to stay pretty pale. I'm not mad. I figured it would. But also, if you have a similar tone to me, it then lets you know. Because I primed with my P. Louise base, shade Rumor 02. It's my go-to. It's pretty pale. But even then, this is not showing up outside of that. Like, I'm starting to see it build. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. There's starting to be a pale pink hue. And when I do use a deeper shade, it will also help that buffer to keep it where I want it to be. The downside is there's not really any color payoff you can really see from a distance. So I was thinking about just using Tender Heart and then the matte deep green shade. And I'm wondering if I should use the brown to deepen up and then the green. I wish I could ask you guys right now to kind of guide the way forward. But you'll have to let me know in the comments what you would have chosen. Okay, I'm going to pick the shade Wizard and Eye. I kind of want to do the brown, but I tend to do that quite a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is grab Wizard and Eye on my pencil brush to just kind of define and give us a shape. I don't know what Dixon sees, but someone is offending him by being in front of the house. And Luke's not home yet. It's just the animals and I. So if Luke's home, I keep the door shut so he can still watch TV or do whatever he wants and doesn't like make a lot of noise through the door, whatnot. But I have the door open because it's just the three of us, which is going to be for a couple weeks because Luke's ship, by the time you see this, he'll be gone. But his ship has to go do some stuff. So it's just going to be the animals and I for a couple, who knows, a couple weeks, a few weeks, for some time. Okay, so I do like that I can start out pretty deep and then blend it out to make it a little more pale. It is a really pretty shade. I'll probably use my makeup wipe to just fix the angle. I think I went too far down with it. That I don't want it a little bit more sharp. Actually, since I've expanded it enough, I'm gonna go into my compacted smudge brush, which the last shade I used with this was a green. I was just using my color switch to clean it a little bit ago, and the shade on there was green, which is funny. When I want to get like a more defined shape, I use my pencil brush. When I don't care because I'm trying to just fill it in, I use my compacted smudge brush. But I do want it a little more defined. I don't want it to be too flared out as I get closer to the inner corner. Now, before I get too far, I'm going to clean up this outer corner. Much better. We'll fix that angle when we get done with foundation and concealer because we'll get a more defined point. All right. Now for the center, I'm going to use the shade Nessa Rose. This is going to go into the center and I'm going to use my middle finger to apply. I love shimmers applied with fingers because they just pop so much better. Oh, it's so pretty. It is almost exactly the same shade as the matte green, which not a bad thing. I'm gonna pick it up on my dry brush and just kind of place it right here on the mat. Now I'm gonna pick up the shade Flirt and Flounce. This one I'm gonna pick up on my ring finger. I'm gonna place it right here till it blends in with this green. Oh, the way it's starting to meld together. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now on my dry brush, I'm gonna pick it up and just define this inner corner. Oh, that is gorgeous. I even like pulled it through the crease a little bit, so it just kind of looks like fireworks going through. Oh, this is a lot of fun. Okay, let me go do this eye. I'll be back because I have a new foundation to try. Okay, I've already primed my face because I have a new foundation. I'm not using new products such as concealer, bronzer, contour, or powder because I want to see how this works. And I've been seeing it all over and I want to try it out so bad. This is the Urban Decay Face Bond. It's supposed to be waterproof up to 24 hours, 3% niacinamide, can't feel coverage, and it's a self-setting foundation. I haven't used a self-setting foundation before. I've used self-setting concealers, but I still powder because they like to find my creases and just sink in. So I'm interested to see. So water, sweat, and humidity proof, smudge and transfer resistant, no powder needed. It's supposed to improve skin texture after 4 weeks. Lightweight, medium buildable coverage. Okay. I'm interested to see how this works. I have mine in 16 light, medium, cool. I will also tell you this is like the third shade. So I originally purchased based off of what the Sephora app color matched me with, based off my NARS Light Reflecting, was it Valaris is the shade that I use. When I shade matched, it matched me with a warm tone. And I looked and I was like, oh, this is not it. So I went into Sephora, we color matched. I'm actually shade 16, which is light, medium, cool. Now, it does have what's supposed to be a very easy application. It's supposed to be able to do just right onto your face. I'm gonna start there. I don't know how much I need. So I'll start out with a little bit, see how it blends out. We'll start on one side and work our way around. And it disappeared. I don't know that I need that much. We'll start there, and if it's too much, we'll just use it on the rest of the face. But I did also grab cream products. It's really easy for a self-setting foundation to use powders and then work out well. But what if you like cream products, which I have been in love with? I really like that. From far away, looking in the mirror, that's pretty far out. Arm's length. It looks really nice. So even though I used my Tarte Timeless smoothing, it still looks like it's falling into my pores. I am still going to use a concealer. And once I use a concealer, I'm probably still going to set it. But so far, it looks nice. My skin is not flawless, I will tell you that. And I will be the first one to pick apart my skin. But it covered the redness. It seems to have smoothed out in some areas. I am seeing some texture. Interested to see if it falls into the lines on my forehead though. Or if it'll set and still smooth. Have you guys tried this out? I swear it's been all over my TikTok, my Instagram. Like, I just keep seeing it everywhere. I was like, ooh, I need to pick this up. So this has been on my face for a second. See, it's not dried down. And I was able to pull it off. Interesting. Alright, let me go do all my cream products, which I can show you what I'm using. I am going to do contour, bronzer, all of that. The only thing that's not powder is my blush, which is in the palette, and the highlighter. So let me go do all of that, and I will be back. Okay, so we need to finish off this under eye as well as do some blush. Any products I didn't talk about are listed down below if you want to check them out. Now, for under the eye, I'm not going to do the pale pink. I'm thinking I want to use the shade Wicked. So this shade right here, Wicked, is going to go the entire length under my eye. This is a very interesting shade, but we are going to deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to go into the shade Wizard and Eye. This one's going to just stay in the outer V to connect them. I was having issues with this eye when I was trying to do it. My eye just kept watering and it kept taking away. I had to wait for it to stop watering to get it done. But I really like how this is looking right now. It's a very defined corner, but I just want to sharpen it up a little bit right here. Just a little bit right here next to that shimmer. I really like this. It's a lot of fun. Now for blush, I'm going to use the shade Elphaba for my cheeks. It is the deeper of the two blushes. The foundation was still moving around, so I did end up powdering my entire face. I don't know if maybe it was the primer that I used underneath it, but it did not seem to actually dry down and set itself. I'm not opposed to setting my foundation to make it last. That is really pretty. Really like that. We do need highlighter, And then I'm gonna do brows, mascara, liner, and I'll be back for lips. But defy gravity. This is gonna go in the inner corner, brow bone, and the cheeks. Oh, that is very beautiful. I like the pressings in here because it's just the, what are they? You would find them in a clock. They're not cogs. I can't remember what these are called. Who knows? Let me know, please. I'm literally having a brain fart. That's so pretty. Oh, that is intense. It's beautiful though. Okay, let me go do brows, lashes, liner. I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I changed it up a little bit. So the waterline is actually a teal eyeliner that I have from Urban Decay. I don't usually do colorful in the waterline, but figured I would switch it up, especially because I feel like it brings it all together and I like it. Now for lips, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Satin Lipstick. This is in True Beige. It was in one of my subscription boxes from, was it BoxyCharm? I've already lined my lips with the, what is it, Tower 28 one liner in Fill Me In. So let's try it. Fairly close. It might be a little bit lighter than the liner. It's fairly creamy. I do think that the liner is a little bit, like just a smidge darker. I don't know if I like this shade. I think next time I would probably do maybe my Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. That is deeper, but I think that blended with this satin shade might be a good combination. I don't know. We'll try it next time. It's very creamy on the lips. I will say that, and I wouldn't need like a lip gloss to make it shinier. I don't hate it. Now, okay, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. The palette from One Size in Wicked. I like the color story. I feel like it's got a bunch of fun shades in the shimmers right here. So all the shimmers are right here in the middle. You have the mattes on the outside. 2 blushes. I used Alphaba today. Next time I'll use Glinda. I feel like even for it being a deeper shade, it's buildable. I didn't have to go all in and just dial it back. I was able to build it gradually and get a really pretty shade. I could probably make it a little bit deeper if I wanted to, but I wanted it to be a little bit lighter today. The highlighter, oh my goodness, it is so beautiful and intense. The Defy Gravity, oh, it's so pretty. I will probably keep this on my table for a couple days and just continue to use it. I like to get a feel for it sometimes on different foundations, just to see how everything looks together. But this shade so far, I think will actually look good on a lot of different complexions. It's not showing, actually, is it showing texture? A little bit. Not too bad. There's just a slight bump right here, but it could be far worse. I've had some shimmery products where that's all you saw was texture, but I really like how it looks on my face, and especially like on the brow bone. When the light hits it, it just has a beautiful shimmer. As for the foundation, I did end up setting my face with powder. I did the One Size powder. I've been using that recently. It was already on my table. It's supposed to be self-setting. And I always want to believe that, but you saw, like, even after I had waited, after I did this side and I just kind of ran my finger, it was still, like, it deposited enough on my cheek, or it deposited enough on my finger. Now it's still, like, It didn't transfer. It's not greasy feeling. I'll try it again. And even right here, like, I don't know if you can see it. I can see my pores right through here, even using my Tarte Timeless. And I did the Rare Beauty, which one is this? I'm trying to finish up the little sample. I got the Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer. I like this primer for hydration and everything, but it still does not make my pores disappear. So I did use my Tarte Timeless with it. It did not fall into my lines up here, which is really nice. I usually have that issue. The pores, however, they're there. Even with powder on top, it doesn't look super powdery, which I appreciate. But I'll continue to see how it wears. I will double check in the mirror before I take it off tonight. Update the drop down box with information. So definitely check down there to see like what my opinion is on it. But I'm absolutely in love with my eyes. I think I will reach for this palette. Not all the time because it doesn't have a huge abundance of shades. But the shimmers are really pretty. And I want to play with this blue, this white shade right here. I used this one and the pink today. But, I mean, if you're interested in pinks, blues, and greens, this is definitely that palette. So let me know. Are you guys picking this up? Have you already tried it out? Are you passing on it? Let me know your thoughts. But if you need a good highlighter, this, beautiful. I also like that it's just a smaller package. You don't need a huge compact. This is going to last me quite a long time. And it's a beautiful shade. I feel like it'll be a lot more options because I know with Wicked it only came out with one color for the highlighter, but I feel like it's gonna kind of evolve on each complexion. So I'm interested to see. I know today my foundation's a little bit lighter because of the shade I got for Urban Decay. I'm interested to see maybe tomorrow when I do my makeup, if I use a different foundation, will it adapt and be a little more gold or still stay light and champagne how it is right now. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.